Okay. Call the meeting to order on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. We could rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mrs. Levelette, please.
Mr. Franzman.
Here.
Mr. Nelson.
Here.
Mr. Howland.
Here.
Mr. Buchanan.
Here.
Mrs. Paul.
Here.
President is Dr. Brooks, our superintendent.
Okay, are there any public comments pertaining to agenda action items? No? Any deletions or additions to our agenda? Just what you sent us before the meeting? And okay. All right, the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Go ahead. I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in, any other discussion on the consent agenda? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion passes. Okay. New business agenda. Dr. Brooks.
We got a couple overnight field trip requests. One is for middle school students to go to Washington, DC, May 30th through June 1st. And I believe that's Mrs. Orange. Yes. And also our Business Professionals of America will be going to the National Leadership Conference in Washington, DC in July. So I can make a recommendation to approve those two overnight requests.
Okay. Looking for a motion to entertain the overnight field trips.
I'll make a motion to approve the overnight field trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Next, we have some principal contract extensions. We've got actually our three principals here tonight. And I'd like to make the recommendation to extend those contracts out one more year. This does not include any raises as those occurred back in November, but as you know, we try to keep our principals, our administrators on 2-year contracts, and this would extend them another year for the outstanding job that all three of them would do under Hebrew.
Do we have to break these out individually or if we vote them as one?
Take them all on one.
Okay. All right. Looking for a motion to extend the principal's contracts.
I'll make a motion to accept the administrators' contracts through June 30th of 28.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Last item of new business is to amend the 2026-2027 school year calendar. Just a few quick changes that we would like to see in next year's calendar. One is we had throughout the calendar for next year several half virtual days for all the students in the district. And so we would like to eliminate all of the half virtual days where students are coming a half day and then they have a virtual learning the remainder of the day. So there would be no half virtual days throughout the school year. We would like to add 2 half days. Basically, we're calling them early dismissals. One at the end of the first semester, so right before Christmas break, students would come in and the various schools would dismiss at certain times between 12:25 and 1:05 for the elementary. And then at the end of the second semester, so the last day of school, where, typically on that last day of school, there's a lot of awards and some fun happening throughout. So, and that would be on the same schedule. The only school that would be on a virtual day would be the high school, and that would be the 2 days where elections happen. And so, November of 2026, and then, Tuesday, May 4th, which, are possible voting days. So, because our high school is used as an election center on those days. So that's the recommendation for the amended schedule. Not many changes other than maybe a little more time in class for some of our elementary, middle school students. And we're still kind of working on the 27-28 schedule right now.
Is there a motion to accept the amended 26-27 school year calendar?
Make a motion to amend the 2026-27 calendar.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Anything?
That's all I have.
Administrator comments. Okay, Keggy.
Okay, so we recognized 13 students and 2 teachers last month for Hawks Pride. So the 2 teachers was a surprise to me, but it was nice that the staff is now moving that to recognize each other. So that was fun. On Wednesday, April 1st, we recognized our 3 paraprofessionals, Mrs. Melchuk, Mrs. Moore, and Mrs. Danstra for Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. And on Saturday, April 4th, we recognized Mrs. Kiner for School Library and Appreciation Day. Tomorrow night, we have our spring band concert at 7 o'clock. Saturday, April 25th, we're looking forward to prom, and our theme is Tangled in Time. And then Wednesday, April 29th is our spring choir concert. We're wrapping it up.
Where's prom at this year, Miss Keggy?
It's at, I can't think of the name of the church in Hobart where they always have it.
Same place it was last year.
Yeah, same place it was last year. Yes, I can't think
That's
of the
okay.
name.
I'm just curious.
We started iLearn yesterday, so we're off and testing for the next month or so with iLearn NWEA. Last Friday, we had our annual honor roll for ice cream bar for honor roll students, which we honored 66 students there. Last Thursday, we had our incoming 6th grade transition night, and we had about 60% of our families there. And then Mrs. Orange had her play, the middle school drama play on March 13th, 14th. 46 students participated in that. They had to do 2 plays because of the numbers, and both plays went very well.
All right. We have some preliminary iRead results from last month. For 2nd graders, 59% of our 2nd graders passed on the first attempt. That is the highest number of students we've had pass in 2nd grade since we started 4 years ago, taking it at that age. 11 of the 2nd graders who did not pass will get a 2nd attempt here in May. And then 18 of the students who did not pass in 2nd grade will be invited to our summer school programming, and they'll take their 2nd attempt during summer school. There's designated as at-risk. So our at-risk students in 2nd grade get invited to summer school. And that's when they take their 2nd attempt. In 3rd grade, currently, including students who passed last year, 51 of our 55 3rd graders have passed on the first attempt. That's 92.3%. That's right in line with where we were at this point last year. Those students get 2 more attempts. 2nd grade, you get 2 total. 3rd grade, you get 3 total. So they will take, those 4 students will take 1 before school is out, and then they'll be invited to summer school if they don't pass at that one to get their 3rd attempt. So we're confident that we'll get a couple of those students to pass, and just very thankful for all the work that has gone into those numbers. We know it goes all the way down to preschool for some of those kiddos. Some of those kiddos went our first couple classes preschool. Certainly kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade have a big impact on that success as well. Speaking of iRead success, last Wednesday, Dr. Brooks and I got to go to Indianapolis to the Capitol building to accept recognition for last year's iRead passing score with 95%. It's a really nice certificate. That's hanging in the elementary office, but we know that just a piece of paper and all the work that went into getting that piece of paper the last really 4 years for those kids since they started in kindergarten. Congratulations to Mrs. Jenkins and the students who participated in the elementary plays this past weekend. They were a hoot and a holler, and it's just fun to see their personalities come to life on stage. We are starting iLearn testing next week. We'll do that for 2 weeks and then finish with makeups, NWA, and get the mad dash to the end of the year.
Yeah, okay, superintendent.
Just want to point out, behind me, there's a picture here of Mrs. Witt's class on our groundbreaking day. Her class went outside and
You skedaddled right out there. We saw that.
yeah.
We're there.
And they made this for us. So, you know, I think once the new building is built, we need to find a nice spot for this picture. And so those kids, as they grow up, they can go in there and say, hey, that's me. I remember that day. You know, very exciting day, but I think these kids they're excited for it as well. So thank you for that. That was very nice that day. It was
If you get really close to it, you'll notice something we call whoopsie tape. So when any first grader made a mistake, I learned that from your mom. Turned me on to that whoopsie tape.
And then Mrs. Gladstone at the high school donated her viral Dwight Schrute picture that it went viral on Facebook. Me not being on social media,
Just say social media.
but it went viral to the point where actors and actresses from The Office were commenting on this picture and some of the others that some of the students drew. So this has been donated back, and Gladstone has given it to us to put here in the boardroom for that. So, and I know I'm a big fan of The Office, and so that's really great item to have that has a lot of meaning here at Hebron. So that's all I have.
Okay. Are there any board comments? Okay. I just got one thing real quick. I just want to talk about, but Dr. Brooks and I on Sunday, we went over to Warsaw to pay our respects to a 1986 graduate and former employee, him and his wife both, but Matt Stone passed away this last week. So Dr. Brooks actually played baseball for him in high school. I was lucky enough to play for him in middle school. So on behalf of the school, we went over there, and we just wanted to extend our sympathies to the Stone family at this time. They do have some family that are still here in town, but it was just brought back a lot of memories. So, but with that, if there's no other business, we'll move to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.